Floss Tube. I just wanted to pop in with a quick update. I'll do a more comprehensive video more towards the end of the week. It's just been really crazy around here. I've talked to you about we're trying to turn our, I affectionately call it the crap room. It's supposed to be a craft room into a full-fledged guest room because we do have some guests coming in the fall. So that is turning out to be more momentous than I thought because, no, momentous is not the right word. More of a pain in the butt than I thought because I put all my teaching things in there on the off season, and also as I'm teaching, I pull out different things. Take it to school, work with it for a week, bring it back. I look like a packed mule, every Monday and Friday. Every Monday and Friday. So I have to combine a guest room, a crafting space / office, and a teaching supply area. And that's proving to be a little bit difficult, but I think I figured it out. So, and also my husband's work schedule has completely gone nuts. So he's practically living at work. That plus I do Mimi care for my granddaughter. It's summer. What can I say? I'm having a great time. And I'm getting a lot of stitching done. So, but the first thing I want to talk to you about is it's not a serious subject, but it's one that's really kind of been bothering me or in my head. And another floss tuber had talked about this, and I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want everybody to I don't know, and I might get kicked off floss tube for this. I don't know, or maybe I'll speak to the way you're feeling too, or maybe I'm just being a big old baby. I don't know. Anyway, so here is my thing. So I started off with floss tube because it was fun. I was looking at other people stitching, and I was stitching some of the same things and having some of the same finishes and everything else. And so I jumped on the bandwagon and started making floss tubes, and I really enjoy it. I really do. I love watching floss tubes, and my comments that I'm going to make have nothing to do with any of the floss tubers that I watch. This is just part of me being me. But maybe some of you are kind of feeling the same way a little bit. So I noticed that a couple weeks ago, I started watching some floss tubes like I usually do in the evening. I listen to floss tube as I stitch. So I was listening to floss tubes and everything and really having a good time. And I noticed that person had a ton of viewers and followers. And I hadn't really thought about it before that. And then I noticed that it kind of started to bother me. And then I noticed that I was starting to change my thinking on finishing and stash and some other things. I was starting to apologize for the stash that I have. I'm not going to do that anymore. I work very hard for my money. Anybody that says, oh, how fun, you have the summer off, you're a teacher, it's great. Yeah. Okay, I condensed 12 months of work into less than 10 months. And I also attend lots of professional developments and things like that in the summer. And in the summer, I'm also making things for my classroom. For instance, went to Target this morning because that's a teacher mecca. They didn't have anything out, but anyway. So you teacher stitchers out there, I'm sure you're all, hopefully you guys have your targets on the ball. Mine is not yet. Anyway, so I started noticing that I was starting to change my thinking. And this was I've been perfectly happy with the way I've finished. I've been perfectly happy with the things I've done. And I've been finishing cross-stitch pillows and things and putting stuff on plaques and, you know, doing whatever for years and years and years. But now all of a sudden, I was changing my thinking to that's not good enough. That's not right. I should do it this way. I should do it that way. I'm done. I'm done. I have stitched for pleasure for more years than I care to admit to. I'm in my 50s. And I started stitching when I was probably 10, maybe. So that's a long time to be stitching. And I've been very happy as a stitcher. I'm done with that. And this is just my own thing. So if you are feeling the same thing, let me just give you this little nugget of knowledge. You do you. Don't apologize. If your corners are wonky, or you're stitching something that nobody else is stitching, or you're stitching something everybody is stitching and yours just looks a little different, or you want to change the colors, or you want to do this, that's okay. That is all right. I started to internalize some stuff, and I started to think, oh, I don't have as many followers. I don't have as many viewers. Maybe I should do something really interesting during my floss tubes. Nope. Sorry. You're going to get me unedited, hot mess, teacher stress. You know, that's just the way it is. So I'm enjoying doing this. I don't care now if I have 5 viewers or 1 viewer or no viewers. It doesn't really matter. I'm doing this more now as a video journal of what I'm stitching. So I hope that helps you. If you are feeling in the slightest that I shouldn't show this finish because it's not perfect, show it. If you're feeling like, oh, I want to stitch that, but I don't know that I can make it look that pretty, do it. If you're feeling like, I don't have that many followers and maybe I shouldn't, you know, maybe I shouldn't. Hold on, I have to tell Alexa something. Alexa, off. That means my laundry's done. So anyway, I just wanted to pop on here really quick and just say that. I just needed to get it out of my mind. So now I'm back. Anyway, so if my stitches are wonky, I don't care. Okay, I care a little bit because I'm kind of like that, but I'm not gonna watch other people's videos and start feeling jealous and feeling petty and feeling silly and everything, because there's no need for that. There's no room for that. We are all stitchers and we're lovely people. So I got this at a garage sale. Isn't this cool? I'm going to Priscillify it. I'm going to put something right here for Thanksgiving. It says things to be thankful for. So I just thought that was really cool. And anyway, so I'm going to do something really neat with that. The next time I pop in, I have a ton of finishes because I started finishing everything that was in that crazy box of mine I showed you last time. But I did want to show a few things that are kind of in progress. So I did this one, and I don't remember the who designed it. It may have even been, I think it was a freebie. And this is what I mean when I say I slit the back, and I thought my cat was going to drop it. And then I stuff from behind, and this looks like a huge gaping hole. And then it's going to be covered with a yo-yo and a button on top of that. Or I have some really big vintage buttons that are really cool. And then I had this really good idea. I was talking to my mom the other day, and we were talking about it. She was reminding me about a pin that I bought her, and that she keeps it on a pillow. And I said, you know, Mom, that's a really good idea. I could put a brooch of some sort back here if I find some vintage ones. Yay, another thing to collect. Anyway, so, and my yo-yo making is really good because I'm making them in the car when we take trips. You only need a square the yo-yo, I trace a CD, an old CD. So that's the size yo-yo. And I have the top of a Pringles can makes a small one. So I do different ones. So any scraps of fabric, I'm always begging people, do you have fabric? Do you have scraps? Do you have this, that, or the other thing? Because I take any fabric scraps. If I can't use them, then I take them to my classroom. This year I'm going to teach my little ones I'm going to get plastic canvas and yarn and the big needles, and we're going to do that. It's really good fine motor, and it's really good for persistence and getting them to focus on something that's not swipe or instant gratification. Oh, I just went from stitcher to teacher back to stitcher. Oh, that was cool. Probably not for you guys. These little, I love these. Prairie Schooler. Aren't they precious? And look at the backing fabric. So I'm going to find some big buttons to go on the back of these little dudes. Well, one dude, one dudette. My bees from Where There Are Bees. Oh, look at this. So in love. Gold and gray. So I just used a very simple homespun that's kind of a very light gold. And I'm going to put some really special buttons on there. And then these are all, I'm sure these are Prairie Schooler. Yeah, I'm positive these are Prairie Schooler. Summertime, I think maybe. I'm not sure. But there's these two. Cute, huh? And then again, I just like the backing fabrics. Picking the backing fabrics to me is just so much fun. And then there's two more. A lighthouse. I'm here in Michigan. We have a lighthouse here. It's pretty cool. And then the backing fabric for these are different. And then if you haven't seen one of my old videos, this is what it looks like when it's finished. So this is a CD sized yo-yo. This is just a button out of my button jar that I have. I have a button box and a button jar. And I'm always looking for vintage buttons at garage sales and stuff. So anyway, so that's what it looks like. And you can even do the really small ones. And that's just a button. So that's really cool. And I'm hopefully by next week, I'm going to try and do a video on Friday. Yes, Friday. So that I could show you all these finishes because I did a ton. I did a ton. So, and these will all be packed up. All the patriotic stuff, most of the patriotic stuff will be packed up end of July, except for my patriotic corner, which is all of my military stuff because I'm a Navy mom. So, oh, and I got a really cool, I don't know where it is. It's this really cool, it's long and it's blue. I'll show you next time. And at the top it says, home is where his boots are. And I do have a pair of my son's military boots. So I'm going to do a little display around that. Sounds goofy as all get out, but you military moms, if you're watching, you know what I mean. I'm happy to have him. He's in Norfolk. I haven't seen him for a couple of years. He's been on deployment. Now he's back. And busy. So I'm trying to find a time to get down there. Or maybe he'll get up here. I don't know. We'll see. But we talk, and text, and of course, which is nice because we couldn't do that on deployment. Anyway, so that's my quick update, my confession that I'm a big fat baby sometimes and I compare myself to others, which that's human nature. It's human nature to do that, but I'm going to start being more aware of it, and I'm going to continue to remember that for years I've done cross stitch. I've given cross stitch as gifts to people who deserved it and people who understand how much time and energy goes into it. And one of those is my mom. And I've finished and given her things for years that she treasures. So that means more to me than 1,000 subscribers or 28,000 video whatevers. But anyway, I love this cross stitch community. I do. I think we are the most wonderful people on earth, and we're just beautifying the world one stitch at a time. I have to go get my laundry now. I hope I haven't lost you. I really hope I haven't lost you. I am going to start showing a lot more finishes, and wait till you see all of the Halloween patterns I just found in my stash. It's amazing. I'm so thrilled with the stuff that I have, and it's my retirement plan. I won't have a whole lot of money, I'm sure, I'd rather help out my kids and donate books to children in need and do all that other kind of stuff than have a whole ton of money. I just want to have my needs met in retirement, and I'm going to have lots of stash. So anyway, I will see you soon with another video. I promise I will not whine, cry, carry on, or make life-changing epiphany statements. Anyway, so I will talk to you soon. Happy stitching.